Okay, this is the in-depth Penny Parker guide. Some asked, like someone asked for this. Pretty cool. I like getting requests. Very nice. I'll often do them because, you know, new ideas are always great. And I do like this character a lot. I've played it for quite some time. If you add up all the hours, I've definitely lorded her just across like one or two accounts. So we're gonna start off with the abilities as this in depth. So we're gonna go over everything. Mostly, I might miss one or two things. So we have the my trap. I don't know the exact specifics, but it spits out, you know, a few good mines constantly. You know, it'll kind of like do this. It's not the greatest place where it just spits them out and they won't really do anything. And then obviously someone will step into them, an enemy, and it will attract them and then blow up. Not too much damage, but it can really deter. As you can see, we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We get like 10 or 12 bombs before they start exploding and replacing themselves. Covers a very nice large area too. I want to go over here to show it. Just to show the full distance of the webs from this. Very big. And it can go over walls and stuff. As you see, it'll kind of climb up. Put it here. It'll go upward. Not necessarily useful for, you know, this scenario of someone climbing this wall. It's not really going to happen. But it can be really nice to attach the webs on the end of it because you can do this. You can honestly leave a little bit of space between, like, hold on. Nah, they won't travel, but like if you leave a little bit of space, for example, I'm trying to get the right. Okay, yeah. If you do this, honestly, they'll kinda, I believe this is about enough space for the little bombs here to travel across the webs. They don't need to be like connected on top of each other. You can leave just a small space. If you really min-max the distance, you can want to do that. So next we have the mines. Just the straight up mines that don't come out of the nest. These are definitely your heavy hitters. Very heavy hitter mines. I forgot how much damage they do. I don't know the numbers on Penny, but you just really want to abuse these as much as possible. I think you can have like 15 or 12 out at once. I think it's closer to 15. Either way, around that ballpark, you know. You can hide these in the web and they will become invisible and indestructible. I see even to this day a lot of pennies who want to spawn trap, like a spawn bomb them. You know, they'll put like the mines in front of the spawn so when they leave, they get blown up. They'll just do this. But you can destroy these. In fact, as they blow up, you can melee them. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you can melee these bombs as they explode. So for example, if they're going off right now and I'm melee, it will be destroyed before it blows up and it will do no damage to me. Pretty much like even if you do it all in one place and I step into it, melee once, it'll destroy them all. So you definitely want to always, if you're going to place mines on the ground, you always want to web them. You know, always. Pretty much every time. Especially if you're setting up for something. So for example, if we go back over to the nest over here, if I'm setting up, let's say this little circle here is the point that I want to hold, and they're coming from here. If I'm trying to like hold it, and I want to stop them from coming forward, so if they get on here, the mines are gonna come to them, and they're gonna explode. And if I put the arachno mine, the mines that I can throw down right here, they cannot see them. They cannot be destroyed unless this web disappears. Like that. And I use too many in a different area. Because they only have 3. If you see in the bottom left, there's 3 webs that you can use in total. You can obviously just keep throwing webs out, but eventually they'll be replaced over. And your original nest has 350 HP. So sometimes you want to make sure you just kind of recover it Like if you feel like you're throwing webs out a lot, sometimes you just want to throw one down. Your little like rope here, what's it called? Cyber bond, where you can kind of hook to places and launch yourself to them. It does count. So, for example, I'll show you right here. If you use this too many times, it will replace them. As you, it's gone. And all I did was use the like zip. What do you even call this? Hook? I don't know. But these definitely you want to put in webs all the time. Don't forget that. Very important note. And I guess honestly, we have this ability next that I was just talking about. It's kind of buggy. It kind of sucks. You use it a lot. It's great for mobility. You see how much distance we covered so fast, and you can obviously hook to like an edge, get right up. Very, very useful, and it's one of her most useful mobility abilities in her kit. However, it messes up so much. So like the distance is weird. Sometimes it'll pull you really far. Sometimes it won't do that. And it'll break for no reason. Especially when you're being attacked. Not even stunned, but when you're just being shot at. You try and web away and it just breaks and you don't get pulled and it goes on cooldown and you die. So, just kind of keep in mind that this character, you're already kind of facing a, uphill grind. Next, we have the Cyber Web Snare. Her stun. It is on a 3-second cooldown. And it is very strong. It can cancel pretty much any ult that can be CC'd, obviously, because it's a CC ability. It's a stun. And you can just spam this. In fact, you can kind of just play around spamming this a lot. Because obviously you can't really predict when anyone's going to like do something you should stun. So throwing it out every now and then, just to remember you have it, don't forget that this is a very strong CC because it's on such a short cooldown. Very, very annoying and very, very strong. Honestly, you can tilt so many people just by webbing them, Super annoying. Is that all the abilities? She can wall climb. She can stand out. It's a useless wall climb. This is very useless. You'd really only use this to like literally wall climb up. You can't go left, right, down. You can, no down. You cannot go down. Only way to go down is a drop. But yeah, you can. Even if you like web at the same time you fall, it's really stupid. They need to rework that to be like Venom's.
Here comes trouble.
Honestly, I have a few qualms with Penny's entire character. I think she probably could have been better made, but nonetheless, not what this is about. Then we have our ult, Spider Sweeper. Now, this ult is kind of bad, kind of good if you use it for specific things. It's not really like Star-Lord where you can get other people to force their ults, or you can get a bunch of kills if you time it right, or you can clear out an area, zone an area, stuff like that. Her ult is very low damage. It knocks them up really high. It doesn't do that much damage. It does drop mines automatically, and it drops webs wherever you go. You can also, as you saw, place webs yourself. So the heavy hitter mines, right? You can place those because it will automatically spam the little mines, as you can see. And they will obviously go to anyone in the webs because that's how it tracks them. But as you see here, I shot out a bunch of the heavy hitter mines. Now, because the mines go wherever the webs are, what you're going to want to do is place your nest and then ult, because this is what's going to happen. A bunch of them are going to follow here. I wonder if I can make it. I may not be able to make it. to these guys. You see? They're all coming here. They even hit him a bit. Her character relies very, very heavily on her mines, because that leads us to the primary fire. Think of the primary fire as pressure, because you're not really going to accomplish anything special with her primary fire. You can headshot with it, but even then, it doesn't do that much damage. It really is just pressure. Like, you just kind of hold this, you know, as you, like, hold down a point. You just, like, hold it, you know. Also have the team up. The team up is very special. Let's see, where is it? Can I just do you? Yeah. So, this team up gives you another nest with 250 HP. So, perfect example, I got the range. These aren't really touching, but they will track through, because his is right here, and because it's Penny's webs, it will travel through them as well. His little mine, not mine, but respawn beacon also shoots out bombs, right? Yeah, it does. This shoots out heavy hitter bombs, though. This does not shoot out ones that track. So you want to be careful if you're an enemy going to this, because it'll blow up, do a lot of damage real quick. Now, you can see just how much ground you can cover, and this is why Penny is banned in rank comp so much. Because if I'm really trying to min-max the distance, like, and then you put your webs down. I mean, look at that distance, that coverage. This entire area, you can throw down your mines, you know? Get your mines out there, get your heavy hitters, set up some kills. I have no cooldowns on right now, so I just spam them. But you can only place like 4, as you see in the bottom right. 4 at a time, then I'll reload. But it's insane coverage. Absolutely insane coverage. If you use all your webs and place both nests down, all for having a correct distance to travel across with the moving bombs. Moving arachno mines. Oh yeah, there's a few tidbits. One, you probably noticed in your webs. It gives you overshield, and if you take damage, it will heal you slowly. You used to be able to stack it. You used to be able to get like a bunch of healing from her webs, but they nerfed that, which honestly, they probably shouldn't have. A lot of things could outdamage it. It helped with Penny's survivability a lot. But you also move faster. So you'll see a lot of Pennies, if they're going from spawn, they'll kind of do this, right? It's because, as you can see, slow, 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 fast, 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 right? And you can get a lot more ground covered really fast when you go through your webs. It falls off really shortly. You don't have it like when you step out of the webs. You only have it when you step in the webs. Okay, I do believe that is about everything for her kit. I might have forgotten 1 or 2 things, but, you know, in-depth guide and everything. So, this is kind of my usual... I do this every time on Penny. It's a missed opportunity if you don't, because you can make it to the door with enough time to get there and leave easily. It's never a risk, and you can only benefit from it. So, use a web, put the mines in it, as much as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, you know, as many as you can before the time runs out and you aren't safe enough to run back. You want to make sure you give yourself enough time to run. If I have rocket, I will place my other nest down, because this will allow the moving mines to travel to here. When this blows up, then the mini mines will blow up too, and it's just more damage. You know, again, it's just maximizing the mine damage. Instead of just only having the web and mines there, it does it's so much more. It's so much better, you know? So I think I get I think I get like 2 kills. I think I kill Mag, which is funny. Oh, I kill Emma. Yeah, I kill Emma. So again, another note, you want to quickly remove your nest before they can destroy it, because if they destroy it, then it's going on a longer cooldown. The quicker you bring your nest back, say it's at half HP, you might get like a 20-second cooldown. If it goes down to 0 HP, you're gonna get like a 40-second cooldown. If you know, if that like, if you're almost full, you get like a 10-second cooldown, 5-second cooldown. You know, so the quicker you remove it as it's getting destroyed, the better. Sometimes you want to leave it though. If you're like set up somewhere and you can kill them and you get them away, you don't really want to destroy it immediately if it's worth keeping there and defending. But for nest placements, obviously you don't want it out in the open. I use the corners a lot. You know, I'll put it like right here, and then I'll use the webs to connect them. I don't know. This might be enough space for them to travel. I don't know. I haven't really like, I usually just get a feel for it, you know? Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's good. But stuff like this, where it's like, I think I'm going to place a web out here first. So yeah, as you can see, I place mines here. So if someone comes through, you have the heavy hitters and the moving mines. My clothes, I don't want to talk about it. See, I'm just throwing my stun out. So as you saw before, I'm extending the webs with my pliable webs. Obviously, I can't hold there. I'm trying to hold corners a lot, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hold the corners and not let them kind of push up past a certain choke, which is pretty much right here. This isn't necessarily a choke. This is kind of just like a log hallway. This is more of a choke. If Bucky pulls you, wait for the uppercut and then use your mobility ability. Because if he uppercuts you as you use it, it's going to go on cooldown and you're not going to be able to get away. So right now, they can't really cross without getting blown up, you know? They're going to take a lot of damage if they try to cross those webs, and they can't destroy it either. As you see, I'm defending here, because I know they can go around there and destroy the nest, so I'm just watching it, right? I'm just making sure no one's coming. But even with the heavy hitter mines, you know, they cannot go over those webs. And they know it, too. A lot of people know it now. So it really does cut off an important choke like this. There's a huge load of bombs right there, so I want to cover them. Yeah, I want to show you the damage right now. So this is like the heavy hitters, I think, combined with the moving bombs. I think they made it over the webs. So Emma is 650 HP right now. She's now at 70. She got down to like 50. But the Ultron drone was healing her. You see, that did. Because I had so many mines there, that did like 500 HP because of the amount of mines I had. I had like 10 right there. Not exact amount, but a guess. She has to use her diamond form to survive. Or else she's just gonna roll. But she's trapped. Now she's at 60, 0. You know? She died because those mines obliterated her. I was mad. I was mad at this Strange. I hate when they step into the mines and they don't get hurt. It's so annoying. Like I was saying before too, just pressure with the primary.
Fireworks.
And you always kind of want to extend your webs, you know, the distance. I do this a lot. I kind of refrain from webbing anyone if I want to hold a choke. If I don't really want to hold a choke, or I only have like 1 or 2 webs out, I will web people, stun them, CC them
Not evil ones.
as much as I can. But you want to keep in mind that the webs on the floor that are extending your nest are also very important. So this, I don't do it this match, but I did do it before. This Luna here, she ulted for the storm. So if she went all the way over here and got to this choke with her ult up, and she stepped in these mines, she would die. You can kill pretty much any support ult. I think every support ult. Obviously, Ultron's in the air, right? But you know, every single one you can kill, because the mines, you can rack up so much damage. You just need the right amount. It comes to placement and amount when it comes to killing support alts. I'm going all in on one spot. You know, this one little corner right here, I'm going really hard on. I'm just putting all my bets on that. And that's why. We got a kill. We picked up a kill right here. I'll show you. You know? Just like that. Deleted. And it's exactly what I was looking for. But you know, sometimes you want to spread out the heavy hitter mines. You know, here and there. Put 2 here, put 3 there, put 4 here. I got double stunned. Yeah. I want you to realize what just happened. I got solo ulted 3 times. Like, well, not 3 times, but she used her diamond form to grab me. And then I got stunned by Fane's ult. And then I got Bucky ulted. Okay, and here's one good way to use her ult is when it's overtime and you need to cover a lot of ground and make sure you want to get people off point. You ult just around the point to get the mines out. Unfortunately, they support ulted, so it's kind of useless. The damage isn't really going to be enough. I place the mines under the portal, so if they step out, they get blown up. I CC'd the Luna, threw the stun out as much as possible. You know, this is stuff you want to do. So that was pretty typical, you know, a pretty average round of defense Penny, where you're kind of holding the choke, you're placing mines down, you're extending the nest. I usually, if it's like a choke on Clintar where I'm defending, if it's like Clintar, I usually use the other nest, the second nest that Rocket gives me if I have it, to extend across the choke. You know, so every ground is covered for choke wise. But if it's a choke like this, I usually put the main penny nest and the secondary penny nest right next to each other so that the mines double up as quickly as possible and as much as possible to maximize the damage, because in this kind of choke on this kind of map, it's just better. Like, it's just better. Where if you're on a choke, the first choke, like on Clintar, you want to make sure it's in a big line, you know? Because if you double up, it's going to do a lot of damage, but there's know, you want to be really quick on the reaction when it comes to where you place your mines on attack. For example, if you're in their backline and the healers are walking back, getting pushed back, you want to get a little bit behind the healers, put mines down, web them, make them get hit by the mines because they can't move, and you put it right at their feet and shoot at them. And if you get the kill, you get the kill. If more people turn around, you got to get out of there. So, you know, just kind of flanking, playing a little safe, and kind of being everywhere. You don't really want to, like, you don't want to set down in one area if you're flanking as Penny, because it's not defense. You're not defending that area, you're attacking it. You want to web around. You know, you want to use the web hook to get yourself around the map as much as possible and get in these really tricky areas and place a lot of traps with the mines and webs and the mines in the webs, because that's what will give you the most value. That's how you will get the maximum value out of attack Penny, is going in their backline and making sure that if they are going to back up, they go into your mines, so they go into your traps, and they face you, so they get pincered. They have you behind them and your team in front of them. Or there's some value in distracting them, like I said before. We distracted the Loki, we distracted Iron Fist, we got a lot of their abilities out. It's value. It's real value. And when you're getting high in the rank, like Celestial, it's gonna matter if you have those lamps or not. So we covered defense. I feel like I gave a lot of good tips. It wasn't the best game to focus, but I sincerely doubt that there's a lot of Penny players in top 500 to like spectate. I had to like play Penny myself. Yeah, no, it's not like some troll account in Penny named Penny uh, one trick in top 500. So I think I did good. I think that's a pretty fair, in-depth guide of how to play Penny and how to work her on knowing her kit and defense and attack.